Boom! Ha-ha! I'm nailing it this morning. Why is that? Because it's March 21st, Monday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. What time is it where you're at? How's the weather looking today? For us, it's actually, I got to look at two forecasts because it's travel day, road trip. We're headed to do a little Tuesday with Todd on location down in St. Louis tomorrow, where we're going to do some DTF transfers on the Epson DTG. So, me, I'm just going to jump right into it and go. I think Aaron's a little, Aaron likes to plan that out. I'm like, that's not how we do this show, man. When we do your show, we follow the script. We go through the bullet points and we stay on point. With mine, let's just see what happens. So you should definitely tune into that tomorrow night as we go live from Aaron's lab. Yeah, that's what we'll call it, Aaron's lab. We'll call it for Aaron's lab, and we'll rock it. And that's gonna be fun. So we leave today in just a little bit to head down to St. Louis, and we're gonna check out some stuff with the kids. It's spring break this week. Is it spring break in your area? I know spring break starts in like February and goes to April, depending on where you are in the country. But for us, spring break is this week, and we thought, me and Aaron had talked about doing DTF on DTG for a while. So we figured, hey, why not just head down there? And I think we're hitting up the Magic House and some other stuff for the kids, and spend a couple days down there. So that's what we got going on today. So it'll be a fun-filled day, I believe. So make sure you check in. Let me know how your morning's going. What's in your cup? What's in your cup is always a good one. What's in your cup? Mine is my typical water and the Vitality drops, which I'm not going to get these anymore. Corey just got them, and I was going to order them, and then I realized how much they are. Screw that. I'll find something else to drink. But then I like it, so maybe I will do it. And the amount that I'm not spending on pop anymore. Pop, that's one. We got in that conversation. What's it called in your area? Is it pop? Is it soda? Is it Coke? I don't know. I'm going to have to put that question out in the group to find out what everybody's thoughts and opinions are on that, because that's a whole can of worms there. So, Kelly, good morning to you. Jose, morning to Kelly. Morning, Jose. There it is. Morning, everyone. Morning to you. What's up, Chuck? Christine, good morning, everyone. Beautiful sunny day in Troy, Ohio. It looks like I think it's sunny. It looks sunny. It's bright. So it's got to be sunny. I have to look out the window and see. It should be a good travel day, no weather, which is always a plus. And I'm glad you're ready for the show. If this is your first time here, hey, this is how this works. We get in here, we kind of get in the right mindset for the week. We want you to be ready to go. You got to have that positive mindset. Know that other people around you are in the same boat you're in. Things don't always go perfect, but they go a lot better when you have a plan. When you have a plan and you have a list, that's what you got to do. So we want you to put 5 things that you're going to get accomplished today. And why? Write those down. So as you go through, you can check off. And you feel accomplished. At least I do. And it's something that helps me. Get my day started. Here's how we're going to do it. Make sure to like and subscribe. If you're watching live, hey, like I said, let me know where you're watching from. What time is it? What's in your cup? That's what we want to know. And if you're watching replay, team replay, put that down below too. So that way we can see that. Because I know by looking at the numbers that probably 3/4 of you are watching on the replay. And the other thing is you're not subscribed. So make sure to subscribe. So hit that little bell. So when we go live, you will know that. It's kind of a fun thing, It doesn't cost you to do anything. So go ahead and do that. Jerry, good morning to you. Tanya, how are you doing? Tanya, if you didn't know, I know Tanya. Her and Jay and Mart, way to go there, guys. That's an awesome accomplishment. I'd love to hear more about that whole process, how it came about. So you guys should go live and talk about it, because hey, I'd love to know more. What went down? How did you come to decide this is what we're going to do? And what does the future look like for it? Because dude, that's amazing. So love to hear more about your story. You know what? You should probably just get on the horn with Aaron over it and be a guest over on Two Regular Guys and talk about it. That sounds like a great idea. This is what you totally should do. Marine, good morning to you. Is it time for nap? Edward, it is not time for nap. I didn't sleep well last night. I looked at something wrong and my back hurt, like legit yesterday. Yesterday, I don't know what. I like to grill out. One of my neighbors switched over to pellet smoker, so he is no longer part of the charcoal cooking family. I don't know why. Like, Dude, I've got like 5 grills. I've got the pellet cooker, I've got the flat grill, I've got the smoker, I've got the offset smoker, I've got the charcoal grill, and there's a couple other ones I want to get. But that's beside the point. He said, "Hey, do you want any charcoal? Since I don't use it anymore, would you like it?" And I'm like, "Well, what are we talking?" So he's got like 12 bags of charcoal, and I said, "Sure. How much you want?" He goes, "30 pack." Awesome. So we'll get a 30 pack and trade some charcoal. So brought home, a dozen bags of charcoal in the back of the golf cart. And it didn't move. I didn't pick anything up. I was loading it into the shed and just tweaked my back a little. So this ought to be a fun road trip today. Afternoon rain. Oh, is there rain down that way? I haven't looked at the forecast. I should probably do that. Renee, good morning from sunny Chicago. It is beautiful. Ooh, Missy. Tea with Todd this morning. Hey, Missy. How are you? Miss you. I need a little more Missy in my life. Marine, Florida. I'm in Florida. They are here for 2 months. Who's there for 2 months? Who's there? Restus? I always Restus, right? I know I'm gonna get it. Definitely get my Dunkin'. So here's the thing: is we've got 2 of our daughters that's still at the house. We've got one that works at Dunkin' and one that works at Country Style. Country Style is a local ice cream place. So I kind of get screwed because here I'm trying to watch what I eat and donut holes and donuts just seem to show up in ice cream too, and I try not to be good. Facebook user, FU, that's FU as in Facebook user. Now, Facebook and StreamYard don't always play nice together, so the easiest way to combat that is you just head over to our YouTube channels. Let me grab the link real quick for you here. If you head over to fatdadlive.com or liveosg.com, that'll get you over into YouTube land, and that way we'll know who you are. The other thing you can do is if you head over to oursuccess.group/Facebook, you can give StreamYard permission. Probably once a month you're going to have to do that, and then we'll be able to see who we are. But yeah, they don't always play nice together. They don't always play nice morning. Neil, good morning to you, sir. Neil, your stuff reprinted yesterday. It's shipping out today, which that's on my list of things we're getting accomplished today. Spring break here is the 6th of April, 2020, Monday, 10 April 20. What? 2020? So you've been on spring break for 2 years? I think we got some stuff wrong there, Christy, because we're in 2022. So it's in April 6th through the 10th. Coffee this morning, grew up in Jersey. It was soda. Ohio, it's pop mostly. It's pop here. That's what I call it, pop. And then you get south and it's Coke, and it's a totally different thing. You're very welcome. Like I said, I want to know more. Tiffany, good morning to you. Let's all chat. I think you should. Hope your trip is productive. I love, there might be some other things out of it. I think Aaron's talking about bruise on my hand too. Can you see that girl's ass bruise? I had to change out a faucet handle, and it was the bolt or the screw was frozen, so I had to get the manual impact, the thing that you hit the hammer. But it was the cold water, so it's the one that's closest to the wall, and I'm left-handed, so I had to do one of those, and I just whacked myself right there, and it didn't hurt at the time, but I see it's kind of garbage now. But so I'm going to play with the DTG, which I don't need a DTG, but man, I wouldn't mind having one just to play, but to be able to see how it runs, see how everything goes with it in person, in a real live setting, not at a trade show where everything is perfect all the time, and to see how it does on transfers. But I think there might be a sublimation printer we're going to look at down there. Spring breakers. Oh, spring breakers. Yeah, that totally makes sense. Spring breakers. Yes, they're there for 2 months. Now I get it. I'm trying to decide if I should sell my unused Komodo Joe Classics for a girl that I bought 3+ years ago. Why did you buy something 3 years ago? Why did you buy a Komodo Joe and not use it? Ooh, I've been looking at either the Komodo Joe or the Big Green Egg. It's one of those. This summer, I plan on building out. We're actually looking at how we're doing stuff. We got our new furniture for our outdoor furniture that we ordered in August. Yeah, we just got the last pieces of that here last week. And we were going to set everything up in the back, and we realized, chances are these crazy dogs that we got will chew it and eat it, and I'll be pissed for the amount of money that it cost. So we're going to try and build a courtyard out front or on the side and call it good, put the stuff over there. But in the back, we're building a new top for a new gazebo thing for the hot tub, and I want to build a cook shack so that way I can just put everything in there. And then I definitely need another one. 2022. Yes, that makes sense. Ooh, Crystal Ninja for you. It's time, isn't it? Ooh, that's super exciting. It's super exciting. We've been talking to Kelly and it's she's really excited about it. She's always excited when she has people coming, and for especially for the 3 day dojo, you are gonna love it, Jerry. I cannot wait to hear your review of it and everything that you learn. Uh, Coffee is obviously not working. It's just early. Let's just go with that. So for us, we've got a couple things that are on our list of 5 today. I've got order ship because I said anything that was ordered through Friday, we're going to make sure that we're going to get shipped out. So that way it went out this morning. So we did what we could to get everything out. And I got to double check and make sure that all orders are shipping this morning, today, before we leave. So if there's anything that needs to be taken care of, I can take care of that. The other thing is that, so now everything between now or yesterday and Wednesday, anything ordered between then, we'll start processing on Thursday. And I know that can be a pain, but I'm telling you, something cool is if you use the code road trip over on our website, we're going to give you 10% off. So if you order between right now and Wednesday, DTF transfers, you're going to save 10%. So we'll put that little scrolly thing at the bottom. Use the code road trip to save 10% off DTF transfers at factadwholesale.com while we are out of town. I'll kick those off things. Yes, those are off there. And we'll let that scroll along the bottom as we continue to chit chat. We are pretty excited. I think, and you're very welcome. So we're going to make sure that everything's shipped out. We've got decals that people ordered up and they rush shipped. I'm like, here's where it's at. They need them by Friday. So technically I didn't have to do them until we got back. Then I could overnight them. But while we're printing everything else out, I said, hey, let's just go. Let's get as many orders as we can power through. And let's just get everything going out. So those need taken care of. So that's the thing. Order shipped out today. We've got to make sure our codes, like here, and our notifications are all set because we have codes on the website. We have notifications that come to make sure, hey, everybody knows we're not doing anything the next 3 days for there. We've got to go through our road trip checklist. Everybody has those, right? Before you go off the road trip, you got your checklist to make sure that you have everything. This one's going to change up a little for me because, typically I'm a monster type of guy. I was going to stop, and depending on the road trip, 2 hours or 3 hours or less is always a single monster. 3 hours or more is at least 2 monsters. And I'm going to try and not do that this time. I mean, and that's the black can monster. I think I'm going to try some white can monster and see how that works. I don't know. Well, what's the worst thing I can do is have to stop and pick it up. But I haven't had one. I have not had a black can monster this year. So we're 3 months in, and that's pretty good for me. So I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't think I have. I don't, because everywhere we went with this so far this year, we've flown to, so I haven't had to drive. And that's usually the only time I would get it. So I'm going to try not to do that. I'm going to try and maybe white can monster, but definitely water. But I'm not going to drink as much as I normally do either, because I've been trying to really hard stick to this, minimum gallon of water a day. But I use the bathroom so much. That is not something I want to do on a road trip, because if you know me, I just want to get in the car and go. While I have Corey and the kids that want to get in the car and stop 20 minutes later. I'm not down with that. I like leaving early in the morning or late at night so everybody can just sleep and I can just drive and get to where I'm going. Leaving during the day, and that is the good thing about this trip, is we don't really have a set schedule of when we need to leave and when we need to get somewhere and what we got going on. We know Tuesday baton tomorrow, Magic House. We've got that going on tomorrow. So as long as we get there sometime tonight. So I'm not stressed about that, but we need that checklist to go through. Hey, do you got everything we need? Do we got any of the medicines we need? Do we get the biggest things? Did you make sure to pack the swimsuits? Did you make sure to pack chargers? Did you make sure to, I don't have my watch on, but to make sure, how many of you done this? How many of you have the Apple Watch and you've went out of town and you have forgot to bring the charger? Yep. So it's on my list to always check and make sure. I've got a couple books that I'm going to bring, even though I probably won't read because I'll be driving. So I've got to make sure, if I want to read in the hotel or somewhere else, I've got those. I've got to schedule posts because that's what I do on Mondays. I try between Sunday and Mondays, I schedule posts for the week. So even though we'll be out of town, some people won't even know because we'll have posts that'll still schedule. We'll have questions being asked, pictures being posted, videos being posted. We'll have posts going on. So we can still run on autopilot. So I've got to make sure that those are all set and ready to go. And finally, the most important one that I think for the day is drive safe, right? I don't need to get there in one piece. I don't need to do anything to hurt the family or somebody else. So we're just going to, cruise what it is. I think it's about a little over 4 hour drive for us. So not a horrible drive, but it's still a drive, and we got and we'll have a good time doing it. So there's our things. Order ship, code notification set, road trip checklist gone through, schedule post, and drive safe. What are your 5 things that you need to get accomplished today? Look at that. Headed to Atlantic City on Thursday. Is that NBM? NBM, what is that? NBM Atlantic City? Is that what's in Atlantic City? Is that what's going on? Corey's over here flashing me boobs. Just saying, no. um, we're over here trying to figure out what shows we're going to attend to because we know Tinley Park is happening. That's happening next month, which is always a fun show. I love that. If you were within, 6 hours, I would say 6 hours. Yeah, that looks right. 6 hours of a trade show event, it's worth going to. Driving to me 6 hours is about my limit for it. So we'll always try and go to those. Now, the one that I'm not sure about this year, because this year, especially right now, you've got that gas, and gas goes up a lot more. Gas is being a lot more right now, so that factors in. And then typically what we try and do is when we go to trade shows, we meet up with other people and let's rent an Airbnb, and then you can split the cost of that. Way, way cheaper. And the value that I believe that you get from that, from the dinners there with your friends, from the masterminding that you're notoriously going to do when you talk to others when you're at the Airbnb, it's amazing. You have a great time with it. So we try and plan that. Now, there is going to be Graphics Pro Expo is in Indianapolis, and I don't know if I'm going to go to it. I'm kind of on the fence about it. The thing that is really driving me there is RapsCon is going to be there, and I keep wanting to get more into the wrap side of things. Like we'll print wraps for people, but as far as installing them, I can do flat panels, and I can work I can make it work on curved, but not so much, that I would feel comfortable saying, hey, yeah, bring me your car and let's wrap it. Our local Wensco does do classes once a year. They do classes all throughout the year, but specifically on that in our location once a year. And so I'm like, I could go take that class. But RapsCon has a lot of good classes. I could go over there and take it and really get into it and learn a lot if I chose to go that way. Now, one of the partners that we work with on the just on the printing side of things, where we do their apparel, their decals, banners, things like that, is a golf cart modification place. In fact, we're trying to work on a deal here where they're going to send us some parts. We're going to trade out some apparel and decals. So hey, we're both getting what we want without having to spend as much as what we need. And one of the things that we're going to do is wrap the golf cart. So and we've got a Yamaha G29, so it's got a lot of curves to it. So that would definitely help out with that. But trade shows are amazing. Just the amount of people that you meet. Like I said, some of our best friends have come from meeting at trade shows, and it's an amazing thing. I mean, when our wedding, the majority of the people in our wedding were either friends that I've known since high school, or people that I met in the last 5 years in the industry. So it was a fun mix there. It's lifelong friends and brand new friends from this, and you can really learn a lot from the people that you surround yourself with. Impressions, yep, Impressions Expo, Atlantic City. You'll be there Friday. Awesome, you'll be there on Friday. We did the Impressions Expo in Long Beach, and it was a fun time. Not nearly as much as what had been there in years past, but here for us in Illinois, being out there in January, it was pretty nice. It did not suck. Let's just say that. But there was always a lot of cool stuff. There was the big DTG printer from Rock. I can't think of what the name of it was, but it was like $750,000, and it was amazing to see how quick that thing was pumping out shirts. And that's one of the things I love about trade shows is just see the equipment. It may be equipment I'll never purchase, but to have a better understanding about it, and then talk to some of the other people that are in the industry about what their struggles are, how they've come about, things that they've worked on. It's been a great thing, and I really love the trade show aspect of it. Okay, like I said, we do what we can do to keep things rock and rolling. It sounds like the dog's over there. What's the over under on Corey falling asleep? Oh, that is we're going during the middle of the day, so I'm gonna say it'll probably be within an hour, because by the time we'll get there, because the first 20 minutes, half hour is just make sure, because I think once we get on our way, it's pretty much a straight shot, because I don't think we're doing 74 to 55. I think we're going through the Iowa side, so we've got pretty well a straight shot rolling down that way. And so I think that's the plan. I think once we get in an hour, and we'll have the littles with us. So, if they don't fall asleep, they're going to be asking 100 questions, which is why I make sure iPads are checked. Oh my God. Okay, come here. So if you guys, I had somebody come to me. Come here. Oh, okay, come here, you fat ass. Oh, why are you going back this way? Oh, you're killing me, dog. So if you remember Bruno, hey, look, there you are. So you remember this little pup, that got as a puppy, and now he's just a big brute. God, he is solid as hell. He goes, I think, next week to be taken care of, and I can't wait to see what he weighs. He's probably our fattest dog right now, and it is he's a beast. But he heard me down here, and he had to come running to see what I was up to. So yeah, you can see how big he's got. Facebook just notified me 12 minutes in. Yeah, Facebook does that. You know how you fix that, Alex? Head over to the YouTube side. Head over to YouTube. Get over to YouTube, and that way you turn on the notifications, and then guess what? Boom, 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 boom. You are set, ready to go. I need another sip of water. And and I do believe, yes. And I think, let's define suck, Alex. Because trade shows in the past year, they're coming back. A lot of companies decided that they were doing well enough without needing to go to a trade show. Well, that sucked for us because now I felt like I'm just a number to them. Because going to a trade show is more than just seeing the new equipment. A lot of times it's meeting your vendors. It's meeting the people that you see online. It's meeting the people that you're purchasing from. And they don't show up. That gives the opportunity for new businesses and new people to go there to see, hey, that we're more than just a number. So I think, a lot of them really need to take a step back and look, are they there for the people or are they there for the money? If you're there for the people, go, let's have fun, go and enjoy it and get out there and meet and greet and have a great time with it. But sometimes you think, yeah, hey, we've done great and fine with this online stuff the last year. So we don't need trade shows anymore. I'm telling you do. Because you do. People want to see and see you in person. They want to talk to you. They want to feel your products. They want to see what you have to offer. So I think little by little will come back. I want to say that Long Beach was about 60, 70%, 70% capacity of what it had been in years past. So there's a chance that, look at where last year was. I don't think it'll be as bad as last year, but I don't think it'll be good as years previous to that. Yeah. Fat ass Bruno, which if you didn't hear, last week our dogs got into it. We're not real sure what happened, but our local vet does not have a 24-hour service due to staffing issues. So the closest one was like 2.5 hours away. But I got Peyton, our oldest dog, in the tub, cleaned her up. She looked like a college kid in a brawl fight. Her eye was a little swollen. I wasn't sure she had one, so I had to, pull it all down and see if there's an eye there. Made sure we're good to go with that. Cleaned her up. She didn't whine, yelp, or anything. So we waited the next day to took her. And one stitch later, he said, for her being 12 to 14, because we don't know how old she is, she's our little boxer pit bull mix. She looks anorexic, but she's 47 pounds of just pure muscle. And she's holding up well. The other fat dogs are tearing it up. Yeah, he's gotten big, right? He's gotten big. Last week, Courtney was showing the machine. Yeah, $632K. Which believes me, the Rock one, probably, I think it was $750,000 for it. I think the payment on it was like $7,500 a month. But I mean, it was pumping out shirts, and it was so awesome to see. Awesome, Darren. Glad you got your sticker pack. Which, if you didn't watch the show last week, Tuesday with Todd, we talked about how you can make decals or how you can make money with decal fundraisers, and we had a decal fundraiser pack. You can also, while you're at fatdadwholesale.com, which is right there. Yep, right there. You go there. You can find that and get that decal fundraiser pack. So not only do you get decals, so that way you can show off, you get a little fundraiser pack that you are able to present to your clients, customers, whoever, organizations, to show how they can make money. You get the digital copy of it, and you get a physical copy of it as well. Atlantic City is about 5 hours, so I didn't go this year. See, that's about right on my threshold. That 5-6 hours, and it depends if we're going to meet other people. Like when we went out to ISS. Impressions Expo, in Long Beach, part of it was to meet other people. We, in fact, one of the companies that we work with locally, they're about an hour from us. We talked through email. We've talked on the phone twice, but we did business for a year, and we never saw each other besides profile pic, and everything was done on email or phone. So when we were out in Impressions Expo, we actually got to meet them. So it was kind of fun. We're like, oh, they're like, it came up in another group conversation. We're having like, hey, have you met so and so? And I would say, as a matter of fact, we work together. And they're 45 minutes, they're 45 minutes an hour from me. This is the first time we met, so we all had a good laugh about that. But to meet the other people, it was fun. It's always fun for that. Yeah, gotta go. Have fun, Jerry. Enjoy it. Have lots of information for us. Don't know trade secrets or anything fun like that, but your experience. I'd love to hear about your experience from it. That's right. Cannot wait to see all the stuff that she gets to make, and be safe. And that goes for everybody. Be safe. Be safe in everything you do. Be safe in your travels. Be safe in your work. Bruno is over here. He just snorts around because he doesn't have a nose or a tail. No nose, no tail. What are you going to do with that? We like to keep these 15 minutes. Yeah, that's not happening. Today, like I said, I'm pretty excited about that. Don't forget, make your list. What are your 5? Come on, let me know, folks. Let me know. What are some things you're going to get accomplished today? Except for us, order ship, codes notification set, road trip checklist gone through, schedule our post, and finally, we are going to drive safe because we all want to be here. Now, this week, some other things to think about. Tomorrow, Tuesday with Todd, we are going to be doing DTF transfers on the Epson 2100 DTG. So that'll be my first foray into that. Foray. It'll be my first journey into that. I can't wait to see how bad I screw that up. It's Aaron's machine. We'll see what we'll do. From there, on Wednesday, we'll be back here. We're going to do this live from the hotel. So I'm going to probably kick the kids out and say, hey, go get breakfast or something. So we're going to do that live from the hotel. And then we'll be back in time Wednesday night for a little Q&A with TNA. Make sure to check that out. It's always a fun show. Aaron and I get together and we just answer your questions. There's a little submission form. You can put in your questions in there, and we do our best to give you the most informative answers we can. So that's on Wednesday night. And then that's at 5:30. Different time. Aaron is presenting with Jack Canfield beforehand. So he's not rushed with that. We're pushing it back. So that'll be 5:30. And then Friday, we'll be back here for another morning mindset, 8:30 in the morning. We'll do that Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 Central Standard Time, where this will be getting the right mindset. Know that things are not always going to be sunshines and rainbows. We do our best to do what we can. And hey, what helps me? It helps me with the list. Alex tells us he's been in the industry for 30 plus years and is restarting. 10 of the 18 companies I was checking out didn't show. And at the top of that, they charge you $56. I was livid. Oh, I would be too. The nice thing is that I paid for someone that wanted to pay cash for her. Wow, that sucks that they didn't show up. We noticed that was kind of out in Long Beach too, that there was booths that were empty where they said they were going to be there and they just didn't show up. So yeah, that's always a sucker thing through that. So Renee, we were thinking about it because that was the whole thing. Let's go to the City Museum. Apparently City Museum is closed on Mondays and Tuesdays, which means we'd have to do Wednesday, but we're going to the Magic House. So we're going to do the Magic House and then we might do Zoo. We'll see how it all plays out and what we got going on, but a Magic House for sure. And then maybe next time for the Zoo. And I guess I need to get whatever those things are, knee pads or something, because there's a lot of crawling around for this old guy. I'm not as fat anymore, but I don't know about that. Atlantic's 4.2 hours from me. 4.2, that's pretty specific, not 4.25, 4.2. So that's, I'm not even sure what the math is on that. 4.2, if I divide, is that 10, 6 minutes, 12 minutes? I'm not sure what 2 is. I think it's 12 minutes, maybe. But no, I'm not museum, Magic House. Apparently that's pretty cool. This show is awesome. Still teaching an old dog new tricks. This show or the shows in general, Atlantic City or any of the trade shows, it's always cool to see the new stuff. Like for us, that was the main reason that we went to Impressions Expos. We were purchasing our DTF printer. We knew we were getting a commercial one. We've been, having fun. I use that term loosely with the converted printers. We're up to 3, and every day there's an issue with at least one of them. Thanks. This show. Awesome. Thanks. We do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 in Central Time. Spread the word. Just like, share, subscribe. Woohoo! But we knew we were getting a commercial one. We had it narrowed down, and it all came down to customer service and who we were talking to and what we could do. And I'm not going to lie, it's not like perfect all the time. There's still issues, and we're finding that a lot of it, because we have different suppliers of things, is a lot of it in the supplies. Machines working beautifully; it's doing what it needs to do, providing the supplies work. But there's been times when we went through, bad film, a roll of film, bad powder. Bad powder we've been fine with, but it always seems to come down to the film issue. It was like China upped the production of it by turning, the dial from 10 to 11. It did not allow their film to cure properly, and by the time they caught it, they probably had hundreds of thousands of rolls. And so I think they're slipping those into containers. And from what I was talking with somebody else, they said, they've seen as much as 60% of a container of bad film. So it's just not a fun time with that, because we are at the mercy of China and things coming in, and as fast as stuff comes in, it seems to go out. And so you do what you can and try and make things work. Love the City Museum. And I'm hearing it's pretty cool. Like with our kids, they're 6 and 7. So somebody else said, I'd probably wait a couple of years until they're the 8 to 12 range for some of the stuff there. So we're doing Magic House. So that's the plan for that. We're going to leave sometime today, Magic House tomorrow morning, followed by Tuesday with Todd, live with Aaron. Yep. I still have 4 of the first original DG. Yeah, the T-Jets. Yeah, the boat anchors. And that's the thing. When you look at DTF compared to DTG, DTF had been able to piggyback off the learning experiences from DTG. Instead of putting on a garment, you're putting in a verse on a film. So the print technology is fine. It's in the material side of it. And so you can see where print technology fine, materials, blah. There's so many things producing it. I bet I get probably 3 emails a day from Chinese manufacturers wanting me to sample their material to bring in. And they're like, here, we'll send you a roll. Here, we'll send you this. Here, if you take 5, we'll send you 5 rolls if you pay shipping for it. So we're trying different stuff to see what we can get out. Clean out the Prius. Oh, got totaled Thursday. Oh, that's not good. Sawgrass onboarding. Awesome. Got my excursion in for repair. By repair, what happened with that? Pick up the truck, work on orders, place a couple orders, chiropractor. That does not sound like a bad thing. They're in a warehouse in Florida. Hey, what are you going to do with them? Like, what are you going to do with them? Why are they in a warehouse in Florida? Darren, I hope everyone's okay. Me too. Yeah. Like, and then when I read this, I'm like, okay, the excursion hit a Prius, and the excursion, of course, is going to win. But hopefully everything is fine and being there for you, Darren. Our thoughts go out to you. You're here. So I know you're fine. Hopefully everything else turned out fine. All right, we're going to get out of here because, like I said, we got a busy day to get rocking before we head out of town. So look for posts coming up. Look for print. Look for all that. Remember, use that code ROADTRIP to save 10% off DTF transfers at fatdadwholesale.com while we're out of town. So if you just go there, enter the code ROADTRIP, you're going to save 10%. As far as production schedule goes, providing all of our supplies come in time while we're gone. The goal is when we get back on Thursday to start pumping out orders, to have everything that comes in out by Wednesday. We're doing our best to get things out in 3 days or less. A lot of it comes down to when supplies show up and if everything's working fine. And then we do have some partners that we work with on things, in their production time as well. So we're hoping, that's what we're striving for. Is 3 days or less on everything, and we've been pretty solid on it. So you guys have a great day. Remember, get out there, get after it, make the best of your day. You know how I know your day was great? You woke up. You woke up today. How exciting is that? You get a fresh start. Don't worry about yesterday. Don't worry about tomorrow. Worry about the now. Do what you can do to make the very best of your day. Make a list. Do everything. Do the best that you can. And I'm telling you, good things